it's Ayani, and today I will be talking about my songwriting processes. There are quite a few of them, and this video will be all over the place because my songwriting processes are all over the place. So, bear with me and let's get started. I do not have just one set songwriting process. I have several, and there's no rules or regulations to it. It just kind of happens how it happens. So I'm going to explain a little bit of my different songwriting processes and how I go about creating songs. Back in summer of 2024, that was when I went to the mental health treatment center, and I really just had so much time to process and to work and to write and be creative. So my songwriting process when I was at the treatment center was like writing at night, jotting down lyrics that came to mind, actually sitting down with free time and sitting down ready to write a song. So I don't just sit down and write a song. It doesn't go through my brain like, I have time right now, I'm gonna write a song. No, not how this process works. I have to have motivation to write the song, I have to have inspiration, I have to... Most of the time I'm emotional when I'm writing music, so if I'm just having a good day, I'm not going to be writing a song. But if something happens and I'm processing an emotion or whatever, then I'll think of a lyric here or there, or I'll think of a melody with the lyric. Sometimes I write just the lyric, sometimes, every once in a while, I write just the melody, but most of the time I come up with the melody and the lyric at the same time because it just kind of flows that way in my brain. And because I need some sort of inspiration or trigger or emotional thing to happen to be able to write a song, I have so many incomplete songs. I have about 9, I believe, started songs that are not finished. And when I say started, I don't mean like I have the first verse and I need to continue writing it. That's another thing about my songwriting process. I don't start at the beginning of songs all the time. If I'm coming up with something, actually most of the time I come up with the chorus first, because that's the most like repetitive part of the song. That's the arguably the most important part of the song. So a lot of time when I'm writing, I'll come up with something I think is a verse, and I just like it so much, I'm like, I'm gonna make this the chorus actually, and then I'll backtrack and say, what do I want to relay before the chorus so that we can get to the chorus, and what do I want to finish the song out with after the chorus, type of thing. But there have been times where I've come up with something really cool and I'm like, oh, that could be like a really cool send-off, like the end, and then I have to work my way from the end. And so there's never just one set, like I start at the first verse and write throughout the song. It's very, very jumbled up and it's very weird, and I have just little mini notebooks I keep in my pocket at work, and big notebooks too where I'm at home, and my phone, and yeah, so I keep notes everywhere, and I have to kind of every so often organize everything into one spot so that I know here's how much left of this song I have to do, here's all the songs I have completed, let's start organizing them into EPs, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of random, I have a lot of different places where I put my notes. So it's all very jumbled up and kind of crazy. Another one of the processes of writing songs for me is writing them at work. I keep a little notebook in my pocket that my supervisor gave to me. He actually saw me writing down lyrics one day in between taking samples. So I work at a factory, and we have some downtime in between taking samples where we just need to kind of make sure the line is running smoothly and watch it, make sure no problems happen. And that is when I do a lot of my writing, because I'm alone with my thoughts. It's a very loud room. We can listen to music if we want, and sometimes listening to music gives me inspiration for a melody and stuff like that. So I really do most of my writing at work now, and it's super fun. Whatever I come up with at work, I write it down in my notebook and I sing it over and over out loud while I'm working, while I'm walking around, and then on my break I'll go out into my car and record the melody that I just came up with and keep it in like a folder in my phone. And then after work I have to come back to that and re-record my new ideas like in one video, so I don't have a bunch of random little videos for one song everywhere. It's a very messy process. Messy conglomerate. It's a conglomerate of messy processes is what it is. But super cool, super fun. I think I get a lot of like really cool perspectives in music writing because of this, you know, because I really wait for me to feel it. I wait for me to feel it, and if I'm not feeling it emotionally, mentally, you know, I'm not gonna write a good song. It's just not gonna be good. So I don't pressure myself with, oh, I need to sit down and write a song. I haven't done it in a while, or I haven't wrote a song in a while. I really just kind of let life happen and write to process. Whatever life happens to me and I feel it, I write about it, and that's where my songs come from. So my songwriting processes kind of go into my music release process, and that is, I am releasing my music mostly in chronological order as to when they were written. So it's really going to be like a timeline of my life. I'm really excited about this concept because, like I said, I've written songs here and there and randomly, and I've waited so long to release songs that I have a backup of about 20 songs now that I'm working on as I'm releasing my first few set of songs. So the plan is to release my songs mostly in chronological order as when they were written, to kind of tell the story of my life in a timeline, an accurate timeline. And I'm really excited about that concept because it's kind of like working backwards, you know. It's 2026 right now when I'm filming this, and I'm not even released a song from 2024 yet. So it's exciting. I get to tease songs in the future. I get to tease different elements of my music or my projects or my EPs or my album. And did I just tease something right now? I don't know. But yeah, I get to tease things. I plan things so far in advance because I have such a backlog of songs. And yeah, right now it's just work, and I'm really excited. But yeah, that is my songwriting process, and I just continue that as I go on. So all the songs I'm writing now will be future songs. So thank you so much for listening. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much again. Bye!